Father Christmas, Kris Kringle, St. Nicholas, Grandpa Frost, and Santa Claus. All names referring to one single man who made a name for himself by delivering presents to the good children across the world. Under his jolly surface, however, lay a cunning, devious monster who would go on to be discovered as the most prolific serial killer of all time. Today we'll be looking at Santa Claus, the worldwide child killer from the North Pole. Very little is known about Santa's young life. Most details around him are surrounded in legend, written far after the events occurred. What we do know is this: Santa Claus, known at the time as St. Nicholas, was unfortunately extremely Turkish. Historians, despite Nick's prominence as a jolly man who could cross the entire world in one night, barely chronicled him. This is due to the fact printers had not been invented yet, so writing was far more difficult. However, here's what we do know of his time in Turkey. Despite being Turkish, I told everyone that St. Nicholas was Finnish. Although on paper it may seem that I was lying, the truth is that I was. Finland apparently has both a president and a prime minister, which makes absolutely no sense, as we theorize Mr. Claus was the forgotten president of Finland, as he went around building toys and murdering children. With this in mind, we can assume that Santa Claus is related to Finland, but we aren't sure how yet. While in Finland, signs of Mr. Claus's instability were rather apparent. Many of his interactions with people became overshadowed by his homoeroticism and anger issues. Furthermore, text messages between him and the Finnish elves, which would later become his slaves, revealed some very specific threats such as, "I am going to kill you so hard. I'd love to jostle you, and you will die so fucking bad." However, these behaviors were just the top of this deep spiral downwards. As time went on, legends began to spread about the jolly old man who gave gifts to those who were good, as detailed by a great list he checked not just once, but twice. Santa Claus has been a loved member of the global community for a while. Giving toys to good children is an extremely noble goal. On paper, anyway. But unlike kids, we tend to question the reality behind the joyful situation. How does one man manage to manufacture enough toys to give to all the good children in the world? The reality was far more disturbing than one would expect. Santa had a lot of slaves. They were forced into the coop, fed cracked corn, and laid eggs. There has been a debate over the necessity of these conditions, as some argue that the elves are hardy creatures that are not necessarily affected by the cramped conditions they live in. On the other hand, some have argued that living in total darkness and sleeping on the floor may affect their overall quality of life. Santa once gobbled up an elf, and it was so nasty. What many people forget is that Santa Claus's list actually consists of two separate lists, naughty and nice. While the common saying goes that the good kids receive toys and the naughty kids receive coal, there was a far, far darker reality behind it. These kids would find themselves on the receiving end of one man's homicidal fantasies. December 24th, Christmas Eve. A child named Noah finds himself sleeping at night. Noah enjoyed things like eating food and jumping on his bed. The catch? Noah tended to perform poorly in school, frequently forgetting to do his homework and turning assignments in late. According to Santa Claus, such minor faults warranted being put on the naughty list. As Noah was sleeping in his bed, he was greeted by the sound of something crashing down his chimney. All the kids knew of Santa Claus and that he knows when kids are sleeping and when they're awake. Noah was no different. He didn't think he had been a bad kid this year and eagerly went back to sleep. He had gifts to look forward to in the morning.
Hi, I'm Polly Wally of Polly Wally's Gamer Gunk and Diaper Dump Emporium. Are you the type of gamer to prioritize that next battle royale over your natural human needs? Well, you aren't alone. I, Polly Wally, am a tried and true gamer myself, and I understand your needs. I too have been in the midst of battle, screaming at a shirtless 13-year-old who verbally assaults his grandmother, and that's a battle you don't want to lose. Introducing the Gamer Diaper. The Gamer Diaper is a feat of engineering, full of neat little trinkets to help release your gamer dumps and kick your opponents in their gamer rums. No longer will you have to get out of your secret lab Omega 2020 series gaming chair to do what God intended, not that you believe in him anyways. Instead, sit in the comfort of your chair and release that liquid lava as it comes. The Gamer Diaper is ready for even the most plugged up user. Now you're saying, geez, Paul, how's it work? I'll tell you. The first layer of the gamer diaper is lined with the softest aloe-infused polyester to keep your buns hydrated and exfoliated. The second layer is jam-packed with microballs. I'm sure you know a lot about those already, and they trap all your gamer excrements safe and snug. The third layer is a thin cotton sheet to keep your family jewels nice and cool. The gamer diaper comes in a plethora of sizes, ranging from extra small to 6XL. We can even special order larger sizes in case your gamer rump is too big to handle. Size doesn't always matter though. The gamer diaper comes in over 100 different prints of all your favorite games: Fortnite, Fallout 4, Street Fighter, and for you more special gamers, a limited time only Deep Space waifu print. Now let's get into the mechanics. The gamer diapers are super absorbent. They handle the stinky squirts and the hardest yellow sludge, even sweat. Due to the aloe-infused polyester, gamer diapers help prevent rash and include state-of-the-art anti-itch technology. Gamer diapers are reusable. That not appealing enough? Try this on for size. Gamer diapers are easy cleanup. You take it off, throw it in the dishwasher, play around to CSGO, bing bang bop, your diaper is as clean as your own bottom. Gamer diapers have RGB compatibility, so you can sync your diaper with the LED lights on your keyboard. Gamer diapers are hand woven in the great United States of America, so we guarantee your satisfaction. Well, Polly, I'm a stupid communist now. I like my diaper. What do I do? First, little Tommy, grow the fuck up. Second, slap some postage on your diaper and send it back for a full refund. All gamer diapers come with a 2-year warranty that covers everything from a tiny rip to your little nephew blowing out the bottom. That all sounds really great, right? Sure does, Polly. Well, how do I get one? All you gotta do is call 1-800-GAMER now. For the low price of $29.99 plus shipping and handling, you too can relax your mind and your anus and finish your final lap in the race for comfort. Or in the next 30 minutes, it will throw in the Gamer Brand Gamer Diaper for your smelly mutt. No more pausing to take that idiot out. Well, gamers, I'm Polly Wally of Polly Wally's Gamer Gunk and Diaper Dump Emporium. Order a diaper and game on.
The excitement made it nearly impossible for young Noah to sleep, but his eagerness quickly turned to confusion as his door cracked open and the jolly man in red walked in with a Spaz 12.
Ho ho ho, Noah. Have a jolly Christmas in hell.
Thus, Noah's bedroom walls became plastered in a sloppy, frothy red mess henceforth. He died so hard in the face from the shotgun blast. It was a tragedy. This trend continued over and over and over. Naughty kids were found with big gaping gapes in their head, and little brains had to be scooped up after their little disaster. This occurred every Christmas for years, and not a single person batted an eye at the phenomenon. While delivering his own idea of frontier justice to the naughty kids of the world, Santa Claus landed upon the rough top of the young lad Noah. Different Noah, by the way. Upon entering the Noah residence, different Noah, by the way, found himself at the end of a gun barrel.
Get off my land, you jolly piece of shit!
After a short domestic dispute, Claus found himself being interviewed by an American officer of the law.
Well, son, I don't know where you come from, but where I come from, I ain't no big city type of guy, and we understand property, okay? So why don't y'all simmer down before I start shooting?
What?
You talking back to me, punk? You're coming down to the station in a fucking body bag.
The court case for Santa Claus, much like the O.J. Simpson trial, was an open-shut case. All the evidence was clearly placed against Santa Claus. Hitler, Stalin, Mao, none could compare to the atrocities committed by Father Frost.
On accounts of the murder, how do you plead?
Innocent as a motherfucker.
It was a shock and insult to the families who had lost their children to Claus that he would plead innocent to something he was so obviously guilty of. Regrettably, the case would continue to trial. The prosecution went into great detail about the extent to which Santa Claus went to harm children. Considering his age and his miraculous ability to travel the world in one night, Santa Claus had quite literally killed billions of children on the basis that he had deemed them naughty. Ballistics reports, witness testimonies, pictures of the bodies, sleigh sweat stains and skid marks. The courtroom was forced to bear witness to some of the most repulsive imagery imaginable. The jury took over hardly 5 minutes to come to their verdict. Santa Claus was guilty on all counts. The prosecutors quickly attempted to bring the death penalty on the table. It took almost no time for the final decision to come through. Santa Claus would be put to death by lethal injection. We managed to get an exclusive interview with Claus before the execution. Do you regret anything you did?
Nah,
What do you think of Wendy's?
not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad, they're fucking amazing, all things considered. I mean, their main competitor is McDonald's.
Well, like, there's just a lot of options at all. Wendy's like the best of the worst.
The execution was scheduled for Christmas Day at 3 a.m. Eastern Time. It lasted 5 hours. The 4 CBT members were in attendance as Santa Claus was ready to breathe his last. He was not given a last meal, despite his request for milk and cookies. His large body was strapped to an execution table with multiple monitors hooked up to him. As life left his body, Santa Claus muttered his final words.
In the eyes of the law, I have committed a great crime. In the eyes of the god, I am amongst him.